Decision 2010, it's of course less than 2 weeks away now, and we're working to introduce you to all of the candidates that will be on your ballot November 2nd. 24-hour News 8 political reporter Rick Albin breaks down the 6th congressional race.
In Decision 2010, we've been talking a lot about state House and state Senate races, but there are also races for the U.S. House. In fact, every U.S. House seat in the state is up, as they are every 2 years, including the 6th district. Now, the 6th district is largely this area of southwest Michigan. It is currently represented by Republican Fred Upton. He's running again. He'll be challenged by Democrat Don Cooney, also by Pat Foster, who is the Green Party candidate, by Fred Strand, who is the Libertarian, and by Melvin Volkner, who is the U.S. Taxpayer Party. We talked to the candidates about why they are running for the U.S. House of Representatives.
But since about 1980, different policies have been put in place which are dropping people out of the middle class, and lately by droves. And there's been a tremendous shift in wealth to the very wealthiest people in the country. And I believe a lot of that is because of public policy. And I want to be in Washington to be an advocate to change those policies, to get back to what this country should be about, helping everybody get a very decent life and move into the middle class.
We've known that the tax cuts that were passed on a bipartisan basis back in 2002 would expire at the end of this calendar year, and yet we've not seen hearings, we've not seen a bill, we have no clue as to whether they're going to be extended or not. Therefore, businesses don't know what the rules of the game are. If we can assure them that that R&D tax credit, that the investments that they make in their infrastructure, that we can talk about things like accelerated depreciation, they can then begin to hire, to make those purchases, and then think about hiring more workers. That's the best thing that we can do.
Repeal the 16th, which is the income tax. Founding fathers made it illegal. Got to repeal that. You got to repeal the 17th, which is the state legislatures used to elect the senators as part of the states' rights. The representatives have always been elected by the people, but until 1913, senators were elected by the state legislatures. And then the Federal Reserve just creates all this printing money, and who knows what's going to happen, but whether inflation is coming or what, but they're injecting trillions. They won't even say how much money into the economy. It's not backed by anything. It's fiat. George Washington had an admonition way back when, if the country ever comes again on unfunded paper or fiat, the country politic will crash.
I just don't feel that our government can survive just as you and I can't survive if we continually spend more than we take in. So, but it doesn't matter whether you're a Democrat or a Republican. In Congress today, it's become a kind of a dysfunctional forum for legalized bribery. I mean, that's basically what happens.
Well, politically, I'm in the center. I really believe that on some subjects you're conservative, on others you're liberal. I agree with Aristotle's concept that everyone finds their virtue on a plane between two vices. So if I get too far to the right or too far to the left, that becomes a vice.
There is a lot of information you need to know about the 6th Congressional District and a lot of the races in Decision 2010. So where would you go to find that? Well, we've put together a website where you can find everything, including an interactive map very much like this one, so you can go exactly on the race that you want to look at, find out who the candidates are, see if they filled out our questionnaire, see if they've posted anything from their campaign site. It is all at michigan.onpolitics, that's with an X, .com. Or you can link to that through woodtv.com. Get up to date before you go to vote in Decision 2010.